Hey, this is Red Foster Dad. Just want to touch base about, just some of the dynamic that's happening here at the house. We're moving. So you see the moving boxes back there. The kids' play area is just like obliterated and there's nothing there. So they're annoying us more because they don't have all the toys that they normally would. And then B is we got our foster daughters. We got a 9-month-old who came to us a couple months ago, and then her older sister, who's 7.5, who came to us about a month ago. Now, whenever we open our house back up to fostering, we wanted 6 months and younger, just because of our kids that we adopted last year and just the dynamic there. And we definitely didn't want anybody close to Waylon's age, Waylon is 6, and definitely not older than Waylon, just because of his past traumas and his past life, right? And so we didn't want to jack with his well-being. Well, when baby Dribbles came to live with us, we were told that her older sister was with another foster family. Well, come to find out, she was in a children's shelter. And once we found that out, we told CPS, we can't play in that game. We're not going to allow that to happen. Let's get an emergency increase on our license and get her into our home so that the sisters can be together. And then Giggles, the 7-year-old, isn't living in a shelter. Well, hindsight 2020, we probably should have requested a little more in-depth analysis of Giggles, right? And then once we would have seen that, we would have suggested them find another home. I hate saying it that way, right? But knowing what we know now, that's probably that would have been best for our kids, right? For Waylon, really. And now that they're here, we won't change it. I mean, there's no way that we would disrupt these kids' lives again, right? Any more than their bio parents have. But when Waylon's speech therapist brings it up to our attention that hey man, he seems down, he seems off, something's up with him, something's wrong, right? And so the fact that he's having to share, and not just share toys and space and food, but share the attention of me and Monica to him, right? He's used to being the oldest kid, he's used to being the big brother. And now there's this other kid that's, in his world. And so that right there, and then, sorry, hang on, I gotta give baby Giggles her passage. I don't know where it went. Hi, baby. And so, but so the other part is the learned behaviors of Giggles and how she operates, right? And I say operates and learned behaviors because nobody's going to intentionally teach a 7-year-old how to manipulate, how to body block, how to use touch at inappropriate times. And when I say touch, she always asks for hugs whenever I'm talking to one of the other females that's in the house, right? So my wife, Monica, our nanny, Miss Yana, and then my mother-in-law, Linda, whenever I'm talking to them, she always tries to come in, cuts in front of us, stands in between us, and then is constantly asking for hugs. Or if I'm on the phone with someone, comes up and asks for hugs. Or if I'm talking or playing with Waylon or the twins, comes up and asks for hugs, right? And that's what I mean by inappropriate touch, right? Or using touch as part of to get what she wants, okay? And part of that manipulation. And so these behaviors aren't intentionally taught to a kid. So, that's why I say learned behaviors, because she observed them from whoever, right? I'm not gonna name names, but y'all can guess. And so like that added on to the move, added on to Waylon's emotional state, has really just disrupted the house. And again, hindsight 2020, would we have requested them to find another home? Would we requested CPS to find another home for the girls? Absolutely. Now that they're here, no way. You know, these girls they're in the best environment for them. They're doing strong. They're getting stronger, and so we really enjoy and we really love these girls. Even though they're a pain in the ass, we do. And it's amazing to see those learned behaviors starting to diminish and starting to slow down, right? Waylon's in a better spot now that me and Monica are having these like one-on-one conversations and check-ins with him. We're stopping a lot of the behaviors that Giggles is doing, you know, in its tracks early on. At first, you know, when she first got here, we were being very condoning and just like total open about just her actions, just because, you know, her world has been upended as well. And so that is a stop is being put to that. But anyway, sorry, stepping on toys. The fact that like these girls need a place to stay together is the reason why we're keeping the home open to the two of them being here and not wanting to change that up. Now, my suggestion and what we've learned from now is on older kids, get a full bio of them, right? So not only is it the CPS paperwork that shows, hey, you know what, this is the reason for removal, this is the social dynamic, this is the economic dynamic, this is the health dynamic. Part of that health dynamic, which we now know to ask for, is the full psychological screening. If we had that, it would have been, this would be a different video, this would be a different conversation. It would be probably the girls in a home together that is not here. And again, I hate saying that, I hate being that way, but the full psych eval showed a lot, and I just wish that that's something that we knew to ask for. You can't chew on that one, baby. But we never had an older kid. You know, the oldest kid that came to us was Layden, and he was 3.5. So, I mean, that's a different story there. But anyway, suggestion is get that full bio. If you're getting older kids, probably I would say like 4 or 5 years old, 5 years old and older, full bio of everything, including the psych eval, because that's going to tell you if that kid is going to be a good fit for your family and or how disruptive they will be to your family. But anyway, I got to get to baby Giggles. She is starting to get hungry. This is Rad Foster Dad, and I'm out.